Hello ladies and gentlemen, Bear here. Today I thought I'd bring you some Nicholas gameplay. I did pretty good in this round. I went up against tier 6 cruisers, and I was playing the tier 5 Nicholas. So I was a little bit outmatched, but I still ended up pulling through pretty good. So just at the beginning here, I'm looking to shoot some torpedoes down into the little alley in case somebody is trying to be smart and trying to get there real quick. This guy was in my way, so I had to wait for him to leave, but that's okay because it takes him a while to traverse through the little river. I do see that our CV is sending its bombers directly to Charlie through the little middle pass. So I'm still going to fire some torpedoes, knowing full well that nobody's there. But if anybody tries to go there, hopefully my torpedoes will still be on the way, and it'll force them to wait or turn around or whatever, right?
Our team has taken the lead.
So I fire those torpedoes, and I'm not sure where my team is all going, but it looks like at least 3 of them are going towards A, or 5 of them are going towards A. So I'm going to go follow up and try to get close with the destroyer over here. Initially I thought about opening fire and staying within the group, but I found that they were too far away. So instead of taking pot shots and doing little to no damage, I'm going to go through the inside of the A cap point. Just looking around, making sure I won't be running into anybody, because I am faster than most of these ships. It's a little fishy that there's torpedoes that close. If there's nobody that's been detected, since I'm pretty close, I can only assume that it's a Japanese destroyer that's nearby. So I shoot a couple of torpedoes to stop any advance, in case there were any. And I start maneuvering to go support our destroyer over here and not get shot by what I believe is 2 cruisers. So that I don't get shot by those 2 cruisers if I need to engage the enemy destroyer. So I'm just going to stick around and try to use this island as cover as much as possible. And I just caught sight of that destroyer. So I'm going to preemptively fire torpedoes in case he decides to come around this little island here. Slowing down so I can maintain cover. I'm looking on the side to see if he's going to pop out in case he was able to maneuver around my torpedoes. And then I'm detected, so I can't see him, and realize he's on the other side, which allows me to open fire on him and miss most of my shots. I'm shooting with AP because against destroyers AP is still pretty powerful, and I've already got him down to half health. And I'm turning away now because I don't want to be targeted by the higher tiered cruisers, and I also pop smoke so I can get a nice escape going. and still trying to keep an eye open for the enemy destroyer.
Smoke screen set.
And I made the mistake of slowing down, so I got hit by enemy torps. Not torps, but bombers. At that point I decided, screw it, I'm going to open up my AA since I'm already detected. Shoot some torpedoes towards where I think the enemy destroyer is. And I was generally, like, I shot them where I saw his torpedoes coming from, but in such a way that if he was running away from that spot, he'd have trouble dodging those. Get a quick little repair in. Shoot more torpedoes because he seems to be favoring that side. And then I see him right behind the island here, so I know he's coming up. So I'm turning to get my guns on him. And I open up, missing the first volley. And the teammate finishes him for us. So we've successfully destroyed a destroyer, thereby helping the team. And now I've noticed that there was somebody capping our point, the B point.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
And I know he's close, so I'm getting my torpedoes ready so that I can fire at him. Like, he's within 4 kilometers, so I should be able to hit him pretty good. So I fire a couple of wide ones just in case he decides to try to dodge, which at that range I don't think he'd be able to. While my torpedoes are going, I keep shooting, and I get him. So now the objective is to go back and capture our point. And I'm detected by the planes, and I see this battleship trying to make its way over there. Now I'm not going to be I'm not shooting on the line because he'd have to be behind or inside the mountain for them to hit. And knowing full well he's probably going to turn into or turn a little to come out. That's where I'm going to try to aim my torpedoes. So now this is where it's getting a little risky. He's turning towards me, and I'm super close, so one good volley hit would literally destroy me. So once again I shoot not on the line because, well, I'd end up hitting the island. But not only that, if he was to go where the line is, he'd be hitting the wall. So he's going to have the warnings and he's going to stay away. So I get him with 2 torpedo hits, but he's still managing to stay alive. And since I fired some torpedoes, the only thing I can do is fire on him. Then I realize that torpedoes are up. I start turning so that I can shoot whatever torpedoes I have in an effort to stay alive. Like, my health is really low. I'm about to die. But luckily, torpedoes get the other one. So now I have a problem. I can't go head on with any of the other ships. I can't go brawling with any of the other ships. I have to play a little sneakier. So I decide that right now is a very good time to go capture C, because most of the enemies are on D and A. So I go through the middle, And I'm going to try to make my way over there before the enemy, I believe that's a battleship, the enemy battleship makes it to see and in view. So I know he's coming from the left. I'm going to try to stay on the right. And I see I have planes coming. So they look like they're going to go over the mountain. So I'm going to smoke to try to not get detected. Unfortunately, I just got detected, but not long enough to be able to show my intentions to the enemy that's coming. And not only that, since I'm no longer detected anymore, he doesn't know where I'm at. So I can leave the smoke and he won't be able to see me. So that guy's coming. I'm going to cross through C, and I'm going to go see if I can find the easiest target on the map, which is the CV. And all the while I'm going to keep an eye on that battleship and attempt to slowly get this cap up before I exit the cap. And right now, what I want to do is I want to fire some torpedoes once he gets into range. Well, not really into range, but when they're coming towards you, you can fire your torpedoes and hit them, depending on how fast they're going. This guy's not going very fast, but I figure that if I shoot torpedoes and he gets a warning that there are torpedoes coming, he's going to turn away in an effort to avoid having to attack me directly. Because if I get super close and I have a lot of health, chances are, like you saw with the other battleship, he's going to go down because he doesn't have the speed or the maneuverability in the guns and stuff. So I try to broadside or whatnot. So our CV detected their CV, so that's going to be my number one target, and hopefully I get enough distance that battleship is not going to attack me, or not going to be able to attack me. He's about to get in range. I hope he's not going to be sending out plane. Never mind. I have no smokes left, so basically I only have one choice, and that's to go on the offensive. I'm going to fire some rounds until he's in torpedo range. Make sure that battleship isn't looking at me or too close. Which luckily I was behind that little island. He could still hit me, but I don't know why he's not firing. Maybe he's still turning his guns, or... I'm going to be spotted anyways. This is probably where I'm going to die. So I open up the AA and start firing at the CV. And again, I'm going to fire knowing that he's going to turn away. So I try to position the crosshair, what you want to call it, whatever you want to call it, into the turn. So right there, I only get, looks like a one torpedo hit, and I keep firing as much as possible. I don't want to get hit by their torpedoes, so I got to keep an eye out for that. Looks like I get another torpedo hit. I don't have to dodge these, they're moving too slowly, and I'm going fast enough. And now I'm thinking he's going to start turning, or attempt to turn to the left this time. But it doesn't look like it, so my second salvo is going to miss. But it doesn't matter because I got him. And luckily I'm far enough from this battleship that he doesn't see me anymore. Like, I'm not spotted. So I'm gonna make an attempt to escape. Shoot some torpedoes so he tries to turn away from them. And looks like he's getting closer and closer and closer. So I'm gonna end up turning away from him shortly so I don't get detected. Torpedoes are back. Now this is a tough choice. I have about 540 HP. Do I want to take this guy on? Because one hit and I'm dead. So I'm thinking if he was to turn into me, I could shoot a bit. And right there I'm looking to see which way his guns are pointing. And if he keeps turning towards C, I want to go, like his guns are going to be pointing in the wrong direction. So I might have enough time to get close to him and shoot him before I get detected. But unfortunately I'm detected now and his guns are pointing at me. I'm in trouble. Hasn't fired yet, his guns are still moving into position, and now he's shooting at me. So it's time to get away. Fire a few pot shots, and it looks like we're about to win. And there you have it. Got 2800 XP, which is good. 7 torpedo hits, 3 destroyeds. I did end up getting first place, and I did a shit ton of damage. So I hope you guys liked this episode, and I'm guaranteed to have some more for you. And hopefully next time I'll be running with Fail Medic. Hey guys, thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this and would like to see more, leave me a thumbs up. And be sure to leave me a comment with suggestions of what you would like to see next. Until then, catch you on the flip side.